What is up, Softwash folks? Headed to do a roof cleaning this morning. Just getting out of the house. Gonna run a couple errands. I wanted to get you guys up to speed on the progress of what's been going on with a commercial account that we had that we will never do business with again, and kind of hopefully give you a couple of tips, something maybe you can just do a little differently to make sure you don't get screwed. So if you go down in the channel, you'll see a video back posted January the 25th of a warehouse that we cleaned, and we were there about a half a day, a few hours, and it was like $3,200. Washed this building down. And so let me give you the rundown of what happened. They contacted us. I actually know the maintenance manager there, and that's why they contacted us to clean their building. They wanted to get it cleaned up. It was pretty dirty, sidewalks, the metal building, and the skylights. It's got that fiberglass that you can see through built into the building to let in light. All that was really covered in algae. So just a pretty good half a day project. So we quoted them at I can't remember what it was. They also wanted it done on a Saturday. The total got up to $3,200. There was a surcharge for us having to come out on a Saturday because that was the only day that they didn't have people there working. So all said and done, we gave them the proposal for $3,200 and submitted that. They came back and said, yep, that's good, we're good with that. When they sent their paperwork back, it was a bunch of stuff I had to fill out. I had to put my insurance certificate on there and W-9 stuff, and at the top of that page it said 60-day net, and I wrote the lady back and I was like, hey, that's not gonna work. We don't do 60 days. I said, we can do 30 days. We'll put you on a 30-day. So she writes back, says, okay, I talked to my boss, that's fine, we can do 30 days. Okay, cool. So we got our PO number. That's all the crap you have to deal with when it's a big commercial place like that, especially industrial places. So we're good to go. We show up January 25th, wash the building, we're in and out of there, and I sent them the invoice. Actually, I stayed up late that night. I sent them the invoice that next morning, early, past midnight. So January 26th is when they received the invoice. And so 30 days from there, their bill was due February the 26th. So about 2 weeks goes by after we submit the invoice, do the job, and I emailed the lady again, and I was like, hey, is there any chance we might could get that payment early? You're not late by any means. I was just curious, how you guys are typically on payments. Is it going to be right at the 30 days or what? And she said, oh, well, it's due February 26th. We'll pay it before then. I was like, okay. I wrote her back. I said, that's fine. I just check in to kind of see, when it might come in. All right, cool. So I didn't respond, didn't correspond with them at all, anything past that. February the 26th, the due date comes and goes. And I was out of town that day. I called my wife and said, hey, did I get a check in the mail today? Nope. So I shot him an email, said, hey, today was the due date, didn't get a check, was just checking in to see what was going on. We do have a late fee policy that can be applied, but as long as I can get it by like this weekend, and that was a Tuesday, so as long as I can get it by Friday, we're good, no worries. So she wrote it back and said, she wrote back to that and said, we only cut checks on Wednesdays, we'll mail one out tomorrow. Okay, so that's 1 day late right there. So that kind of pissed me off a little bit. I was like, I don't like that. Your bill's due on the 26th. You only cut checks on Wednesdays, so that's the 27th. So you're planning on cutting the check a day late. I don't like that, but whatever. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday came and gone, no check. Saturday came and gone, no check. Keep in mind, this location's only an hour and 9 minutes away from my house, so it's not like it's getting mailed across the country. So that Monday comes around, and I write her back and I say, hey, waited all week throughout the weekend, didn't get a check. Just so you know, now you guys are going to have a late fee. I said, It's 20%. It's on our website. You can look it up. 20% of your total. So 20% of 3,200 was $640. So now your bill is $3,840. She writes back and says, we will send a check out today via courier. So, aha, you lied to me last week. You said, the first lie was, we'll pay it early, and they didn't. The second lie was, we cut checks on Wednesdays, we'll mail it out tomorrow, Wednesday. And they didn't, because now it's Monday and they're telling me, oh, well, we'll stick you one in the mail today via like FedEx courier. Okay, that's 3 lies there, because that never happened either. That whole week goes by, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I wait the whole week to see what happens. Nothing. At the end of Saturday, after my mail ran, I went inside and I emailed her again. I was like, hey, whole another week, no check. She writes back that following Monday and says, we mailed that check last week. Okay, so that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday goes by again, another week, no check. So the beginning of this week, this last week, I said, I shot her a final email. I said, I won't be talking to you guys anymore through email. The next thing you get from me will be from my attorney. I've already spoken with him, and we're at 45 days. We were at 45 days at that point. And you guys will be getting some paperwork from my attorney, and we'll start the small claims court process. So that was last Monday. Boy, you talking about some people getting in a hurry, and phones start ringing and emails start flying when you say the word attorney. So I got 2 phone calls that afternoon from 2 totally different people I had never spoken with. And one guy, his name was Carl, was actually probably the only dude over there in the payroll department that knows what the crap he's doing. He called me and was like, hey, I just got wind of this. I'm going to take care of it. They have actually mailed a check out today, but I told them to void that one and we'll mail out another one overnighted. And I was like, hey, whatever you say, man. I said, I've never spoken to you. I don't have no beef with you personally, but I've been lied to. That's 4 times now, because supposedly the check was in the mail this whole couple week period, but now they're saying they just mailed it today. So that's 4 straight up bold-faced lies in email. Checks in the mail, checks in the mail, checks. It's never been mailed. So he's like, yep, I'm going to take care of it. I said, all right, cool, roger that. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday goes by. Whatever day, I think it was Monday or Tuesday that I was talking with him. No, I'm sorry, it was Thursday. It was last Thursday. I sent that email on that Monday. I heard from this guy Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday goes by, overnighted now, mind you, but it was late in the day Thursday, so Friday and Saturday at least. But Monday, this Monday, I did get my check, and it was 51 or 52 days from the date of service. So closer to 60 days than not. And again, with all the aggravation and the lying of emails and telling me that it's on the way and all this stuff, and it's just straight out lies. So I get the check, open it up, and take a guess how much the amount was for. You think it was $38.40? Nah, $3,200. The original amount, no late fee on there. So I talked to my attorney. I was like, hey man, what should I do with this? Should I go ahead and deposit it and just, I don't want to mess up here? He's like, nope, go ahead and deposit it, re-invoice them for the remainder, $640. So I shot that guy an email back. I was like, hey, I got my check, but the late fee's not on there. It's like, this is not acceptable. And by this point, I'm pretty snappy in my emails. Not acceptable. My attorney advised me to go ahead and deposit this check. You will be receiving an invoice for the balance of $640, which is the late fee per our policy. There's really nothing they can say, because it's all in writing and it's all on my website, and they agreed to 30 days and they didn't stick to it. So he writes me right back and says, oh, I'm so sorry. He's like, send me the invoice directly for the $640. I will take care of it. So I haven't got that yet. Of course, it's been a day or two. I sent him the invoice. I feel pretty good about this guy trying to do right in their office. Okay, I wish I had just been dealing with this dude the whole time. But so the lessons learned here are, number one, commercial stuff sucks unless they're good. If they're a good company, then you're okay. But a lot of these commercial commercial jobs, man, they're going to pay you as little as possible, as late as possible, and they're going to try to stick you every time. That's happened to us several times on bigger commercial stuff, and it's to the point where now we had another guy called us yesterday from a marina, a large marina over on the lake, and he wanted his buildings washed, and he was like, yeah, I gave him the quote. He sent me photos. I gave him the quote. It's like, yeah, let's get on the schedule and do that. I said, okay, hey, that's fine. Just understand, we have to have payment the day we come out. We don't do no net 30s. We don't do that crap. You either pay us the day we come out or find somebody else. And he was like, okay, that's fine. When they start asking for a W-9 and talking about payment terms, I'm not doing it anymore. You can either afford it or you can't. And if you can afford it and you're a company, you can cut a check ahead of time and have it waiting on me, or we ain't coming over there. I'm not that hungry. I don't need the jobs. I got plenty of work to do. And we're going to come out and do an excellent job. And it's just because of that, you know, when you get burned several times with commercial accounts, I'm just going to have to change the way that I do it. Now, if it was a revolving account where we came out, you know, every 2 or 3 months and did a cleanup like a restaurant or something like that, then yeah, we could get on a billing schedule. But when it's these one-time things and you're done and you're gone, you're out of sight, you're out of mind, they forget about you and they don't care. $3,840 is a pretty good little chunk of money. And it's wintertime, it's been slow. That really would have helped last month when it was slow, you know, to have almost $4,000 throw back into my bank account. But no, you know, it's lies and struggles. So what I would advise you guys to do, if you're going to do any kind of commercial stuff like that, make freaking sure you got everything in writing. Your payment terms, keep all those emails. If you have a late fee policy, make sure it's publicly available so that they can't say that they didn't know about it. You're like, hey, he's on my website. You contact me. You should have done your due diligence on my website. Let them know. If you start getting a funky vibe from them, go ahead and assume they're going to try to stick it to you. And go ahead and, you know, get on the ball with it. You make it due half up front and, you know, half at 30 days if you're going to do something like that. But I very much caution you about new clients, commercial stuff, and you don't know them, and you don't know anybody over there really. It's just kind of one of those things where you're going to wind up playing their little game. And unfortunately, in their mind, you're just a little old dude out there, and you've got to stick to your guns. And, you know, by God, I will take you to court. I did not come out and wash your building just for the fun of it. So have you a good attorney on hand. Make friends with them, because you're going to need it eventually. And yep, that's pretty much it, guys. So we got our check. We're still waiting on the late fee, but I feel pretty confident about that. But it's good money. You know, in half a day we made $3,200. Well, now we've made almost $4,000 because they wanted to be stupid, but 52 days to get it. So yeah, is it worth it? I don't know. But anyways, guys, we're gonna run in here to the store real quick and head to do this job. Hope you guys are rocking it out today. Washing, it's getting warmer, so it's about that time of the year. And we'll check in with you guys later. Rock on.